From the Bob Mills Weather Center, the Oklahoma weather expert, Travis Meyer.
Well, it's not quite over with. We still have off and on showers showing up. It's kind of interesting because it's pretty much north of I-40 and then south of 412 until you get up into the northeast corner of the state where we still have rain, southeastern Kansas, and then some scattered showers kind of redeveloping a little bit across northern portions of Craig County. Keep an eye on what's going on out here because this is probably a little bit of our future for tonight. Additional showers and a few rumbles of thunder are going to be possible, especially around Tulsa's area south and southeast. So you guys down in the zone south and east Tulsa along the I-40 corridor, you probably have the best chance of some additional lightning and thunder as we go through tonight, and rain. It was an active late afternoon, early evening. We eventually had tornado warnings just to the southwest of Ardmore. Those turned into severe thunderstorms and continued push off to the south and east. So we've had this off and on rain going on a lot of the day. Hasn't amounted to a ton of precipitation, but it has been enough that it has been kind of nice for some. And again, we'd still like to have a lot more north, but most of the rain parked itself right across the I-44 corridor. Again, a little bit further southeast, not much going on. Northwest, not much going on. So about an inch to an inch and a quarter were pretty common. And around the Tulsa area, we were pushing 1.4 inches. And then the north side of Tulsa, about a half inch. So it just depended upon your location. But still, I-44 continues to be pretty much the boundary. This is as of last week. And remember, it rained last week, so let's take a look and see what happened. So it has improved. It bounced back through the Oklahoma City area a little bit, and we dropped at least one level and getting closer to hopefully some normal. Be nice, because May should be normal, because usually April is really wet and May is really wet, and we don't have to worry about drought. And here we are still talking about drought just to the northwest. We had Brandon Wells, one of our storm trackers, who was up at Copan and was showing us pictures there at the 5 o'clock, 4, 5, and 6 shows. And it's just pretty much just weird how different our area is. We're at or above normal in most of our area, like south and east. Then you go to the north and west, and it's like there's no runoff. There's no water coming in. So that's why we're still at level 3 as far as water restrictions in Bartlesville. And then just not enough water there, and then just not good water down at McAllister, and have a lot of water down there. But as far as tonight's concerned, we're in the 50s to near 60. Showers are still possible, just enough energy that we could have a few isolated showers and storms flaring up over the next several hours. So that's a possibility in and around Tulsa. So we're not throwing away the chance of rain yet, because there's still going to be a few areas that could have claps of thunder. And it's still around 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Then that moves off east. We'll be in the 50s to near 60. So there's not a big temperature difference. Looking at the new data, we've had to adjust several things. First of all, there is a boundary that'll be situated someplace right around and west of Tulsa. Like Bristow could be 85 or it could be 78. And then we're expected, which we thought were going to be well in the 80s, could now be in the 70s from Tulsa east, because there's more of an easterly component wind. You can kind of see this more easterly wind. And then you have the southwest wind, and you're in the 90s out in the western part of the state, or upper 80s and 90s. Then that warm air starts to move in here as we go through Saturday for northeastern Oklahoma. We'll be in the 60s in the morning. And then the hot day on Saturday, temperatures be in the upper 80s to around 90. And we'll start to see heat index values pushing 90 plus. And on Sunday, we'll be in the upper 80s to low 90s. There is a slight chance of a thunderstorm Saturday night, slight chance of a thunderstorm on Sunday, and again Sunday night. It's going to be hot and humid, and with just a little bit of unstable air, there could be enough to flare up a few storms. One thing we're sure of, heat index values are going to be pretty doggone high, and it's going to feel just like we're in July. Average high temperature in July is in the 90s. But we do have a lot of fun weekend events. We mentioned Tulsa Drillers. They're going to have a homestand and 2 games for tomorrow because it was rained out tonight. Armed Forces Day Parade McAllister on Saturday. German Fest going on in Tulsa. Red Bud Days going on in Wasso. Shakota has Art in the Park, and Sallisaw Diamond Days Festival. Don't forget our storm trackers. In fact, Brandon is going to be in Sand Springs with Touch a Truck. That's from 10 to 2. And temperatures are going to warm up pretty doggone quick. Camp Bandage in Broken Arrow, always a big event from noon to 4 p.m. Bob Roloff is going to be there, one of our storm trackers. We're saying hot and muggy. If you're waiting for more rain, could be possible. What is that? That just happens to be Live and Mayfest golf and fun times. All right, so tonight, still a chance of showers and a few thunderstorms. They'll start to move to the south and to the east. By morning, most of the storms will be along the Arkansas border, so most of us will be out of that picture. We'll be in the upper 60s at noontime. So a bit of a struggle. As I said, we're anticipating to be really warm, and we still might from Tulsa west, but we're dropping temperatures Tulsa east. And then all of a sudden, boom, here comes that hot weather and isolated storms. So it's 10%, but we have to put that in there because it's your weekend. And so it's going to be hot and humid, but isolated pop-up storms could happen. And then next week, toward the golf tournament and all, there is a chance of a few storms. So we will have to dodge that. But it's May.
Yeah, we figured as much for May, right?
Yeah.